great to be here tonight roasting the guy on the robotics team who keeps trying to build the perfect girlfriend. Doesn't Ish look like he would start planning a school shooting, but then remember that knowledge is the most powerful weapon?
Give it up for a default character in Tony Hawk's Pro Stockbroker. Doesn't Eric look like the one guy in the office you hope doesn't show up to happy hour?
Ish, if you're here, who's making the schedule at Verizon? You look like the genie who comes out if you rub a Samsung Galaxy. That's all I'm saying.
You might recognize me and Eric from your DM requests. Eric works in tech and he makes women uncomfortable. I can't believe they're making two Indian guys face each other. That's exactly what the British did.
Ish is from Connecticut? But where are you, from? Isn't it crazy? He's an Indian guy named Ish Gupta. Ish Gupta. It's like being a Chinese guy named Ching Chong. I'm Jewish. I'm not going to name my kid Shlomo Control the Weather Steed. You know,
I feel like it's not that common of a name. I drove Eric home from a show once, and we got McDonald's on the way back. A few days later, he asked me if he could Venmo me for the McDonald's. Turns out you can convince Eric that a Big Mac costs $75.
I'm just finding out. Ish, by the way, this is like a safe space if you do want to do your real accent. You go $75. Ish's apartment burned down recently, so now it smells much better. You guys should really thank me. I prayed to all of his gods he'd be wearing deodorant tonight.
Eric is a Jewish magician, so the only women he makes disappear are grad students with opinions.
Thank you, Mahatma Smarmy. All right. By the way, Ish, after this battle, you have to give me the name of the bird who does your hair. What do you go in and you just show the barber a plate of spaghetti?
A lot of people make fun of Eric's last name during roast battles. They say Eric asked her, he never asks her. And I don't think that's true. I think he asks plenty of women if they want to play with Legos.
That's fine.
That was fine.
Should I emerge from the shadows like that? Do you guys? Is that cool? Or, all right. Anyway, give it up for your first act of the night, gang. Eric Asker, Ish Gupta. Let's start with Jay Light. What was your first impression of New York comedy?
My first I would be furious to walk up to either one of your protests that are happening in Washington Square Park. I don't want to see any of it. I did also. This is something I don't think we have enough Indians in LA because every time I've seen a New York roast battle, you just get to do all these dunks on Indians being smelly. We don't have that out there, so Indians, feel free to come to LA so we can call you smelly too. I give it to Eric. Eric, you started off pretty even, but Eric edged it out at the end for sure. So my vote is Eric.
That's one for Eric. Myka Fox.
So fun to see a Jew battle an Indian. It's great to see a roast battle where both comics were beaten for getting an A- in math. So that's fun. You guys actually, it's so funny because you are so fucking similar. Ish is like if Eric came out through the printer after the ink got put in. This is really fun. Yeah, Eric just held it down harder and longer. Goes Eric.
That's two for Eric. Mike Recine, your best Indian accent, please.
I don't want. I can't. I like Eric. I thought some of the jokes were a little hack and easy. But I like the 1-2 combo with the Verizon store, so I'm gonna give it to Eric.
All right, Eric's got it wrapped up, but Dan Wickes, final thoughts.
Yeah, Indian gods have like a bunch of arms, right? That's a lot of armpits. All right, but yeah, Eric won.
right, Eric Asker takes it, but give it up for East.
All right, give it up for Scott, everybody. Scott looks like if Super Mario joined a racist frat house. He looked like he joined Koopa Kappa Kappa. You guys know what I'm saying? Scott Hall doesn't even sound like a real name. It sounds like a name I would make up for the police to come faster. Hey, I'm in danger. I need someone. Oh, yeah, I'm Scott Hall.
That's good. I could have swore you were going to yell Showtime. Michael, thanks for wearing your formal do-rag tonight. Michael's bio says the Helen Keller of comedy, probably because no one's seen or heard of it.
I don't know what race this man is. He's white with Middle Eastern features, you know? Like, his eyebrows are thicker than his girlfriend. All right, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, his eyebrows are thicker than my mustache, but not thicker than his girlfriend's mustache. Okay, I'll stop. But I'm just saying, man, she's 6'1", but he's the biggest bitch in the relationship.
Guys, give it up for the guy in the rap group that sings. Michael seems like his favorite instrument is an upside-down bucket. Should have stopped after the first one.
It's okay, baby. It looks like both sides of the Palestine and Israel conflict in his face at the same time. It looks like he sells loose ends at the Subway. 2 for 50 cents, y'all. 2 for 50 cents. It's a good deal.
You look like a male cheerleader who only does it because he likes that the outfits match.
I'm pretty sure this is who Malcolm Moore makes music for.
I do like Macklemore
you know
music.
What I mean? It's cool. I don't know, man. One time I called Scott the N-word and he looked at me. He was like, "Do you really mean it, bro?"
Did you?
I did. I'll tell you what, I did not.
We do have to make this quick. Michael has to get back to working out at a children's playground. He looks like he smokes protein Newports. Am I wrong? Isn't that All right.
Scott tried to kill himself twice. I'm assuming he failed because he don't got a neck. I think that would be really hard to kill yourself if you don't got no neck. You know what I mean? He's built like a snowman, just head straight to body. That's what it is.
Michael lives in the Catskills, which is like the nice part of New York. And he had to move there because a couple guys that were up to no good started making trouble in his neighborhood.
That's what I
just got wrapped up in the cultural exchange. Well done, everybody. Give it up for these guys one more time. Michael from the audience. Let's start with, don't practice your handshake with him right now. But we'll start with Dan Wickes. What do you think?
John, was this your like third, fourth time hosting this show?
Like 7th or 8th.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sorry, I lost count.
Okay.
Yeah. We were gonna do 4 jokes, and you were gonna yell last joke.
It ruins the flow.
No,
Yes. You gotta let the eagle soar. That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, Michael, you look like who Macklemore makes music. Yeah. I set this up. Scott's favorite thing is telling black guys they're not really that black. But anyway, you guys are great. But yeah, Scott took this one.
That's one for Scott. Mike Recine, in your best Indian accent.
That was crazy seeing Dan Wickes fly off the handle like that. The working at a children's playground really got me, and so did the Fresh Prince joke, so I'm going to give it this, Scott.
Two for Scott. Mike Recine.
Yeah, this was really fun. It felt like I was being ignored at a bodega. So, first of all, I just want to say you guys deserve to give Dan Wickes more on that armpit joke. And I'm still pissed about it. You guys in the audience really need to bring it. Like, these guys are being really fucking funny, and you guys are fucking bombing. So, get it the fuck together. We're here to be pieces of shit, so in or out. That said, you both were really bad. No, I'm just kidding. But I did go for the playground bit too. That was my favorite joke, so I'll give it to you.
All right, Scott Hall's got it wrapped up. Jay Light, final thoughts.
Dan, are you going to yell at him again for that? I liked Michael. You remind me of Tyler, the Creator, if he actually killed himself in Yonkers. Scott, I don't know. You are very ethnically ambiguous, but I feel like whatever sauce you make, the secret ingredient is cum. If it's Sunday gravy, cum. Hummus, cum. I like the N-word joke, Michael. That's about it. Scott, you did a great job. The Protein Newports joke, the Child Playground joke, those are some of my favorites. I give it to Scott Hall.
Scott Hall, please, everybody.
Okay, just keeping it raw with you guys.
Someone tell a joke.
Malia grew up on a farm, so she wasn't the only pig around. She also had her mother. First joke. Alright, give it up for the girl at the end of the night who you're like, she'll probably fuck me. Bitch, that's both of us. You just need a guy that has a tote bag and you're wet. Brittany is bisexual. Sorry, I read that wrong. Brittany is running out of options. Keep it going for the American Girl doll that survived cholera and her uncle. Malia has HPV, huge poopy vagina. Poopy pussy. How did you know? I smelt it. Wow, you tell people something one time. Alright, okay, resting single mother face. You look like you cry while you masturbate to Phoebe Bridges. It's true. Brittany was a stripper, and now she's a female comedian. Yep, so she went from giving blowjobs for money to giving blowjobs for significantly less money. Yeah, she's only taken her clothes off for her uncle. Can't let go of his uncle. Well, actually, Malia told me she likes to get hand jobs, which makes sense because she grew up on a farm, milking her dad. So, Brittany's dad had cancer. It's awful. I mean, at least, you can find some consolation in the fact that, you never did anything to bring disgrace to his family name or anything like that. They say cancer is about the worst thing a man can find out he has. I think second only to a daughter that's a stripper. What do you guys My turn. Okay, Malia was in a sketch group in college. Think she could have sketched on the rest of her eyebrows? She looks like a weak me character. Is that true? Dude, I've never said that about me before. That's it. Sometimes you get a new one and you're like, damn, really my eyebrows too? Like I thought that was a good thing. Okay, this is weird. This is weird for me. Like I knew I was gonna be battling Brittany. I never thought I'd be battling my grandpa's hospice nurse. That we all kind of thought was giving him hand jobs. No, I sucked his soft dick, okay? Look, Maria, we appreciate what you did for him. All we ask is that you give the silverware back, okay? It's not a nice thing. No, keep it going for Lindsay Low Blowhan.
Yeah.
Malia looks like she makes her Sims drown their babies. Brittany's dad was a pathological liar, so, he used to tell her a lot of things that weren't true, like, that was the best head of my life. You and your sister give equally good blowjobs. That's crazy, we had, like, the same dad then.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
one more hand for Malia's uncle, everybody. I feel like he really carried a lot of the load there. That was really fun to watch. It was a great battle. I feel like Brittany had like the shorter, harder jokes, and Malia had like the longer, funnier ones. So I think I'm going to give it to Malia this round.
That's one for Malia. Mike Recine.
Yeah, I like Brittany's style a lot. She's like a mongoose. She's a lot of fight in her, you know. You think she's down, then she comes back with something really, savage. Who did you vote for? I liked them both. No, I liked them both a lot. Let's go with Brittany.
All right, evened up. Dan Wickes, your vote.
A lot of women tell me they don't want to battle other women, which I don't get why. I think it rules. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I think you guys both crushed. I think that I don't think Malia was molested, but I think Brittany might have been, so I'm going to vote for Malia.
All right, that's her story to tell, but it's two for Malia, one for Brittany. Jay Light.
This is a great battle between two different before pictures. It was close. I had it scored pretty evenly, but I did have Malia with the edge. But great chemistry. Malia gets my vote at the end. Malia Simon.
Malia Simon takes the win.
Wait, you want to do rock, paper, scissors?
No, let's go to fist bump.
Oh, cool. What's up?
Psych, bitch, we ain't friends till this is over.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
Mario's a loud and obnoxious Puerto Rican. Sorry, that's redundant. I should have said Mario's from Queens. He's not entirely Puerto Rican. He's 50% a Wonder Bread Wop and 50% a shipwrecked Mexican, which means like that, he 100% beats his wife.
Cool. CJ isn't a comic. Just so you guys know. He's not a comic. And, I'll leave it right. No, I'm kidding. He's not a comic. He agreed to do this just so he can tell everyone he was invited somewhere.
According to his website, Mario is a stand-up comic, actor, food critic, podcaster, t-shirt salesman, personal trainer, model, skateboarder, entrepreneur, influencer, and producer. That's a lot of ways to say poor.
Thank you, resting lacrosse face. CJ, he practices jujitsu, and he started doing it because he just really wanted a hug.
We talked. We talked before this battle, and one of the first things Mario asked me is if I've had sex, which is weird because the second thing he asked me is if I was an adult. Yeah, Mario thought this was going to be easy, which is also what he said on To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, so, CJ, he wasn't invited here. CJ appears when you rub a jewel pod 3 times.
Doesn't Mario look like he sniffs the seats after a women's spin class?
Fuck you. I said that out loud. And, all right, CJ. Fuck. All right, CJ, if you're here, who's calling ICE on a Venezuelan family?
I asked Mario what he'd do if he won the lottery. He said he'd buy a car, a house, little nice restaurant, travel. Wow. Hair transplant didn't even make top 5? Matter of fact, Mario's actually doing the world a favor by being bald. Now we can all clearly see the spot in his head where his mom dropped him as a child.
Fuck you. I thought it'd work again. Fucking callback. And, all right, well, listen, CJ, he gets around. He gets around. You guys might know him from hiding underneath your bed. And that sucked. And I'm Mario. I love when a comic looks at their note card and they're like, all right, say a slur. All right. Got it. Mike Recine, what do you think of this battle?
Well, this felt a little less like a roast battle and more like a fight at the DMV. And I have to get over my bias because when I see an Italian guy as dark as Mario, I go, come on, they shouldn't be allowed, you know. We gotta have some standards. But I'm still gonna give it. I mean, fuck you. It was very funny.
Yeah.
I laughed. We all laughed.
True.
When he did it the second time, I laughed a little bit. Yeah. But I'm gonna vote for CJ.
Oh, what a twist! All right, that's one for CJ. Dan Wickes.
I can't believe this wasn't better. You guys have such thick jackets. But yeah, credit. Mario did me a solid. There's like nothing online on CJ, and nobody knows him, so we really didn't go into this blind. So I appreciate you doing this. But CJ, we won this. It was the right decision to invite your entire family. But yeah, thank you.
All right, everything's getting weird and uncomfortable. But Myka Fox, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, so much charisma in the room tonight. Do you guys feel that? were you guys as electrified from that as I was? Really exciting shit to watch. It's crazy how much hair you have when he's the one who looks like he goes to Turkey. Why don't you call last joke? I think that could give it a little pizzazz.
I get wrapped up in the moment.
Yeah. I feel like the audience would be grateful to know it's almost over.
You know, all right, fair enough. I'll do.
I feel like that could help.
It's hard to tell when the first joke is.
Yeah,
you know,
listen, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You guys actually, do you have any more jokes, or should we do one more?
Oh.
Just kidding.
She said no.
I don't know where we're at. Mario?
All right, I kind of stopped counting too, but it's 2 for CJ, 1 for Mario. Jay Light.
You guys both look like cops who die at the beginning of the movie and kick off the important plot. This was a fun battle. Mario, you should get Fuck You Faggot merch made, I think. It'll be great. CJ, you had the jokes in this one for sure. And also, John, I think if I can give you a note also, you should tell them when the joke is about to start. You should say, like, hey, which one of you is going to go first? Give the audience a clue on the first battle.
I thought it's implied when I leave.
No, you can't just run off into the shadows.
I thought after the 4th or 5th battle you guys would get the gist of it, but okay.
We have to really handhold this crowd.
I
might figure that out by now.
Sorry, my fault, everybody. You can boo me if you want. All right.
All right, give it up for fetal alcohol Barbie. Irina is proof that having every advantage in life doesn't mean you'll succeed. She's a skinny white girl who comes from a family of doctors and went to high school with Timothy Chalamet. Forget your parents, we're all disappointed in you.
You think I'm skinny?
Compared to me.
Give it up for the guy who needs 2 tries to get off the couch. Justin, you look like you drive 18-wheelers to pick up 14-year-olds.
More space. I'm glad Irina could take time away from being just one of the guys to be here tonight. Irina grew up in Brooklyn. I don't know which neighborhood, but based on the fact that she's hairy and has no tits, I'm guessing Flatbush.
This is true. Justin drove down here from Philly. Isn't that crazy? He doesn't live there. He just really wanted a cheesesteak. Justin looks like he wanted to storm the Capitol until he found out it was on top of a hill. You guys go ahead. Shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk for me. I'm liberal now. Okay.
This is exciting. exciting. I've never been roasted by a trout in a Michael Jackson wig before. Irina, I get it. I'm unfuckable. But you know what? I don't want to fuck you either because I'm not attracted to Jewish ladyboys.
That's not what I hear, am I right? Thank you, fat Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Justin is from Clearwater, Florida. Huh, that's funny. Clearwater looks like the only thing you don't drink. You sure you're not from Big Soda, Florida? Should you be keeping a raccoon as a pet?
Irina is so flat and hairy, if you titty fucked her, it would feel like humping a dog's shoulders.
It's like you're the only person in this room that knows what that feels like. This is really sad. When he was in 3rd grade, Justin got his tonsils removed. Yeah. Which began his lifelong battle with ice cream addiction. You look like you melted in a spoon and shoot it directly into your veins. Wait. Last joke.
Thank you, Tuna Fey. Irina smiles a lot for somebody that's got a dolphin mouth. Her gum to teeth ratio is so ridiculous it looks like she's wearing a denture made of baby teeth.
Beautiful. Keep it going for Haley Joel Osment now. You look like Haley Joel Osment if his sixth sense was knowing exactly when his order is outside. I see delivery people.
Irina Chalitza, Justin Kupo. Let's start with Jay Light this time. What'd you think?
I love this. This is my favorite battle on night so far. Make some noise for these two one more time. This was so close. Irina, you had a ton of great fat jokes. Justin, you had 2 solid angles. You got to talk about animals in a bunch of different ways. That was surprising to me. Really like that. I slightly give the edge to Justin on this one, just by a dog's hair on a dog's shoulder, I think.
That's one for Justin. Myka Fox.
Yeah, fucking incredible battle, you guys. Really incredible. You know it's going well when Dan can't stop bouncing. So I would give this battle a 20 bounce per minute rating because he can't even stop now. This is actually mean what I'm doing. He has a disability. I'm just super glad I'm not the one sitting right next to him. Are you seasick yet, Recine? Or but that's how good the battle was. You know, at first I was worried about Justin. You sounded like you were reading things in your head, which was a bummer. And Irina came out really strong. But then you got that great fish angle, which is so fucking stupid, but yet mean at the same time, which really carves right into my icy little heart. So Irina, you did really great, but I gotta give it to Justin this round.
All right, 2 for Justin. Myka Recine.
Yeah, Justin looks like he drives the shipping container that Irina lives in. And this was also my favorite battle. I thought it was fantastic. I've seen a lot of people roast Irina, and they always say, you know, no tits, hairy. But seeing him call her a fish really took it to the next level.
Artistry.
That's going to change the way I look at her forever. You know? So I got to vote for Justin.
I look like a
3
fish?
for Justin.
So I look like a fish? Babe. Okay.
You've got a great personality, but Dan
Why don't you
Wickes.
fucking count the jokes, John?
I'm going to say I think we have determined that Irina looks like a fish. However, I'm not finished. I think we've also determined that fishes are hot.
Did anybody think my jokes were good, or was there something there? Okay.
Yeah, it's closing. Yeah, that's all from me.
Oh, okay. Just shoot your shot, bro. That's fine. All right. Her boyfriend's right there. Justin Kupo takes the battle.
I'll let you know nobody fucked with you in Finding Nemo for tapping on the glass.
You guys keep it going for Gio. He found his way inside tonight all by himself. Yeah. I told Gio that the average American reads at a 6th grade level. And he went, no, I'm way taller than that.
I feel like you're too good-natured to be doing this. Like, you seem like you call out of work for like a bad case of hiccups.
Get a nervous Tommy. Gio actually, his last girlfriend was actually 50 years old. They dated for a full year before he finally finished doing the math and went, oh no, you like old. Which is surprising because you kind of seem like you eat most things past their expiration date.
Seems like you be trying to tell people about your life when they pull up for the happy ending.
This is exciting. Gio actually holds a mic the exact same way he holds a pen. His parents are actually from Ghana. As in, we gotta figure out what's wrong with you, boy.
You got the vibe of somebody that wipes back to front.
When he was a kid, Gio's dad actually cheated on his mom. And so they separated, moved to opposite ends of the country. And shortly after, it looks like his eyes did the same thing.
Y'all weren't supposed to clap yet. You seem like you're the undercover cop that fucks a sophomore weed dealer for information.
Gio's dad actually knows 4 different languages. Because he'll do anything to speak to a woman who isn't his mom.
I love Gio and Elizabeth. This is your first roast? I'm down, yeah. I have nothing funny to add. I think it was super close. I think I'm going to give it to Elizabeth by a hair, but great job, both of you here.
One for Elizabeth. Myka Recine.
Yeah, I like Gio's style a lot, but Elizabeth seemed like she had more defined jokes, so I'm gonna vote for Elizabeth.
All right, we just stopped being funny, but all right, that's two for Elizabeth.
I finally watched the battle.
Yeah. Oh, you guys get to not. Well, okay. All right. Myka Fox, what's your thoughts?
This was like when they bring in one of the inner city kids to watch a children's show. Oh, see, this is what happens when you ask for jokes, John.
At the comedy show, dude?
Then we risk failing in front of these people.
Oh, no.
It was crazy because Elizabeth looked like she was trying too hard, and you looked like you were trying not to try at all. So it was like a fun balance. But honestly, I'm going to give it to Gio just for saying that she was good-natured. It's maybe one of the lowest things I've ever heard in this room.
Devastating, yeah. And so it's 2 for Gio, 1 for Elizabeth. J Light.
Elizabeth, you look like you watch Miss Rachel for beauty tips. A couple people. Gio, you look like you watch Coco Melon because it had melon in the name. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I was gonna go a different, less racist direction with that joke originally, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe this room needs a little bit of that right now. I broke your facade, Gio. That's fun. I liked you guys a lot. This was a really fun battle. You were very even up at the top. Elizabeth, I believe you had all these jokes about Gio being dumb, and then I didn't believe Gio was dumb, and then Gio, you said sophomore at the very end there, which is not how it's pronounced. And now I look like a fucking asshole, which is incredible after I made a watermelon joke. Anyway, Now this is weird. I'm giving it to Elizabeth. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. Elizabeth
Okay.
gets my vote.
Guys, give it up for the Girl Scout who sells you cookies with razors in them. Doesn't Charity look like she says, I can do anything a man can do? As long as that thing is assembling a gun on a rooftop.
That was good. Keep it going for little boy Blue Chew. Luke seems like the only time he sees boobies is when he types it upside down in his calculator.
Charity was a clown in high school. So she actually lost her virginity in a tiny car with 18 people. A clown named Charity. Clowns and charities, they're kind of similar, right? Kind of the same, because no matter how good they are, they're not really going to be able to help that kid with bone cancer.
Why do you act like a mischievous orphan from the 1950s? Doesn't he seem like he refers to violent hate crimes as shenanigans?
Yeah, why don't you go sing about how it's a hard knocks life? Charity's mom is a clown, and her dad is a Christian mime. So she rebels against them by trying to be funny with her mouth. What is a Christian mime? When a Christian mime does the crucifixion, are other mimes looking at him like, this guy's a fucking hack?
Yeah. My family, they wear a lot of face paint that's white. His family wears a lot of face paint that's black. Luke's Catholic, but it didn't stop him from having premarital sex. The shitty goatee stopped him.
Why do you look so mad when you tell your jokes? Just relax. Nobody's going to shoot you out of a cannon. I get it, though. I'd be mad, too, if I look like Jeffrey Dahmer only ate black guys with sickle cell anemia.
Luke looks like if you ask him if he's pro-Israel or pro-Palestine, he says, well, I was almost pro-basketball. So...
Charity has dated 3 men that later transitioned to women. Jesus, you're like a witch that kisses guys and makes their dicks fall off. Can you imagine breaking up with Charity, transitioning to a woman, and then finding out she's bisexual? You're like, actually, I'm non-gender. We can't because you're Charity and I identify as greed.
It's been an honor battling Ned's declassified school shooter guy. Luke's a good guy. Like he doesn't care if you're black, white, or purple. If you're dating him, your eyes will be all green.
Luke Davis, one more time. Let's start with Myka Fox. What are your thoughts?
Very interesting to watch you guys make fun of how you look between the two of you. You guys look like you were born twins, and then like each transitioned to the opposite gender, and came home and they're like, I guess we still got boy-girl twins. A net zero in the house. All right, good. You know what? Fuck you guys. You know what? I got a lot to say. No, this was a really fun battle. I feel like the audience should have given you guys more because you guys were being really funny to me. God, it was really close. I'm gonna have to give it to Charity by an inch.
All right, Charity's the girl, by the way, and that's one for Charity.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Give it up for Mike Recine. Your thoughts?
This video is like watching a bi woman battle a gay guy. I don't know. I didn't hear anything that really like popped. What was your favorite joke? All right, we like Luke's first joke. Well, let me give it to What's that? The shooter won the shooter. That was pretty good. What did you guys think? Come back. Let me give it to Charity.
All right, that could have been a couple of words, but Dan Wickes, you're 2 for Charity.
Two for Charity. All right, yeah. I thought it was a great battle. I think it's interesting that in this battle between a guy and a girl, the only female piece of clothing is Luke's glasses. But yeah, I'll both of you. I think if Charity tried really hard, she could grow better facial hair than Luke. But yeah, I'm gonna say I think Luke had like Charity was like super solid all the way through. But I think Luke had my 2 favorite shows. I'm gonna go for Luke.
All right, 1 for Luke, 2 for Charity. Jay Light.
I'm glad you guys took time from shushing everybody in study hall to be here today. This was really close. The momentum I felt was going back and forth. I think it started out a little bit more on Luke, and then it kind of went to Charity, and then by the end it was really close. But I do think, Luke, you pulled off at the very end there that really long joke that I thought was going nowhere actually had a great line at the end with the identify as greed, and I think that's the reason I'm voting for you tonight. So I could not vote for Luke.
Oh, boy, so that is 2 for Luke, 2 for Chit, just locking it in. All right, gang, so now you guys...
Can we do one more joke?
We're going to do... God, we barely made it through 5. I'm going to put my hand over one artist. You're going to make noise for one artist and one artist only, and we're going to determine by audience applause, all right? So if you thought Charity Gregory won this roast, make some noise. All right, don't count that guy. But if you thought Luke Davis won this roast, make some noise. What do you got? Very close. All right, last time, go ape shit for your favorite combatant, Charity Gregory. Luke Davis. All right, extremely close, but you had a black lady on your side. I'm going to give it to Luke Davis.
We appreciate you making time to be here tonight, Dayton. I know it's almost water park season. Doesn't Dayton look like the kid who ODs on opioids on the lazy river?
It is almost water park season.
It really is.
Joshua's nose looks like God molded it perfectly to sniff a girl's neck when they hug.
It fits right in there. Dayton is from Oklahoma, which makes him an Oklahomo. He told me that everyone in his life thinks he's gay. So here in America, where democracy reigns supreme, brother, it sounds like the people have spoken. You are gay. USA! U.S. gay! U.S. gay!
Joshua does not like to drink alone, but he does love when a girl leaves their drink alone.
Thank you, Elf on the prescription shelf. Dayton looks like Justin Bieber if he got raped a little less. Found the line.
I'm sorry. All my jokes make Joshua into some kind of like rapist, but Joshua is not a rapist. He's a bro, which stands for binge rapes often.
Love that. Didn't you kiss your ferret with that mouth? Come on. Dayton has a goth girlfriend, which honestly, bro, respect. But it is obvious that Dayton doesn't listen to his goth girlfriend because he hasn't killed himself yet.
Did you hear that, girlfriend? Joshua looks like he says gay out loud every time he types it in a porno.
Dayton is such a skinny little guy. He's actually my girlfriend's goal weight. Dayton is so thin, I bet he drinks every beer with 2 hands.
I'm glad Joshua could take time out of his busy schedule taking notes during White Lotus. Okay, fuck the show. Where is it? Oh no. Okay. Before this roast, some little insight. Joshua messaged me on Instagram to exchange info, things we could like roast each other on. I sent him my list, and then he sent me this. I'm the best. I have muscles. I have a hot girlfriend. I eat healthy. I have an education. I have money, and I have a small dick. I'm gay, and I'm a rapist.
So true. I did ask Dayton for some facts as well. He just sent me a bunch of facts about Triceratops. So, that's all we got. That's all we got.
Dan Wickes, what do you think?
I thought, absolute banger battle, as we definitely saved the best for last. It just shows, I guess, comedy's still about white guys. Good job.
USA!
Yeah, I thought it was great that we had Luke and Charity go up with their, like, crazy shooter glasses energy, and then Dayton comes to the stage in his sweatshirt that says Pentagon. And I'm just going to throw this out there. I know I said that Josh's girlfriend was hot earlier, but you know what? Josh is hotter.
Yeah.
You just ruined my night, Dayton.
Well, if it makes up for it, I was going to vote for you anyway, but super close battle. I could see this going either way to the crowd.
All right, whatever the fuck that means. Myka Recine.
I loved the joke about Joshua's nose, and I loved the porn search joke, but I think, was this a good battle, or are we all happy to go home?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I thought Joshua was a little more consistent throughout, so I'm going to give it to Josh.
All right, 1 for Joshua, 1 abstain. Myka Fox.
Oh man, what a fucking incredible battle. You guys were so fun, just really consistent. It was great to see Dan Wickes hold still for a second. That was great. Fucking Joshua, your vibe is so funny. You look like you would eat a raw potato because it's just going to become mashed potatoes in your mouth anyway. The water park and the fair jokes, those were so great. The binge rape is a phrase I'm going to use all the time now. I'm happy to see this go on. I'm going to give this one to Dane.
All right,
Dane.
2 for Dane. Hollywood's Jay Light. What do you think?
It's 2 for Josh, 1 for Dave.
All right, fuck me. Hollywood's Jay Light. What do you think?
Okay, this was a great battle. One more time. By the way, one more time.
Yeah.
This is the most I've ever watched a roast battle and felt like this could just be hazing happening at any frat house right now. Joshua and Dayton, very different looks, very fun. Dayton, you look like you've got an iron deficiency. Joshua, you look like you eat nails. I love both their jokes are so creative. The binge rapes joke, I love the gay joke. I could see you typing with the extra Y's afterwards in there. But I love the ferret line, the prescription elf on the shelf, the democracy joke was great. God, as much as I want this amazing show to keep going, and I know this audience is loving everything that's happening right now, I'm going to seal the deal. I'm going to give this vote to Josh. Josh.